Greetings and welcome back to Hamburg SV. So, from now on, I have decided not to send you messages with pictures and information about what's been going on, and instead I will show it to you in the form of a video. Hopefully, it'll be less than 10 minutes long, and I will do zero editing, so if it's longer, then you just will have to deal with that. So, big question. How did the season go? Well, it went very, very, very well, and we will get to that in a second. First off, I was planning on showing the squad. Now, if we look at these players over here, these white ones are the players that we actually own, and the blue ones are players that we are loaning, and these purple ones are players that we are loaning out currently. Uh, Looking at the squad, we can see that the player that played the most this year is actually David Kinsombi, he is still the strangest player I've ever had. I mean, my God, this guy is he's supposed to be an attacking and quick and physical player, really good mentals as well. Like, I do like him, but with really poor vision. Like, this guy can't make a pass at all, but somehow he keeps scoring goals. Look at this. He's played 35 matches. He scored 13 goals, 3 assists, and I have been playing him in midfield. Just unbelievable. Um, one of the most important players we've had this year, and I don't know how he is in real life, but it's this guy. Adrian Fine has been nothing short of incredible. I mean, he has been so good for us. You look at oops, sorry, wait, let's go back. Look at his current ability, potential ability. He just keeps on improving. I've been looking, I wanted to try to sign him. He's worth 12 million now, and we have a budget of about 3 million. I talked to Bayern to try to extend his loan, or to sign him, like I said, but they're having none of it. In fact, he's so good that when I asked to try to extend his loan, they said no because we want to play him in our first team. And there have even been talks of calling him up for the German national team. He might actually even. No, he's not here yet. But there were talks about bringing him up to the first team. And like I said, he's been incredible. You look at his average rating, and it's just head and shoulders above the rest. Otherwise, looking at our players, I want to talk about Bakary Yata because I have been so incredibly disappointed with this guy. You look at this, he started 2 matches. I admit I haven't given him, a lot of time to show himself, but I've given him 15 substitute appearances off the wing, playing him on the left side usually, sometimes on the right. But my God, you look at this man and his physicals. Look at this, all these blue and yellow numbers. He's so good physically. His mentals are okay, but the technical part, I mean, it's just so lacking. And he has barely improved at all. His potential before, he was about 4.5 or something, it's just dropped off. And you look at him, yeah, sure, he's physical, yeah, sure, he's fast, but all his other parts to his game are so average. There were talks of Stuttgart coming in for him. And if I could get, I mean, he's valued at 5 million. If I could get like 5 million or anything more than that, then he's immediately gone. Uh, Top goal scorer this season. We actually didn't really have a goal scorer, I would say. I mean, if we go a little bit further, we can see we have Lucas Hinterseer here. He's an okay striker. I would say he could be better. I mean, I say that he's played 19 matches or started 19 matches and scored 15 goals, one assist. That is really good, but in the higher leagues, I'm not sure it's enough. Otherwise, we've got goals from David Kinsombi, like I said. Aaron Hunt, still our captain. Unfortunately, his physicals have deteriorated so much now at the age of 34. I mean, strength 7, it's like having a baby on the ball. I don't. He's just. He gets on the ball and he comes into contact with anyone, and he's lost the ball. It's just horrible. So he, at this point, I just put him in the squad to be sort of the team leader, the guy who gives his personality into the squad. If we look at his information, we see he has a very light-hearted personality, and he's generally quite good to have in the back, especially considering he supports me a lot. So I'm really happy to have him. Assist makers, top one, Joscha Wagnermann. Now, Wagnermann has not been improving as much as I wanted him to. But he's a really good player. I really like him. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. He's natural on both sides. I mean, look at the screen. He's been playing mostly on the right because his we have Tim Leibold on the left, and he's been really good. So I couldn't drop him. So he's been mostly on the right. Hopefully next season though, we'll have a real right back who's right-footed. Who will take his place, or at least be a backup. But we'll get to the transfers later. Now, if we go to the tactics, this is the tactical setup that I've gone with. For the last few matches, I tried to not play any of the lone players, but yes, this, as you can see, the last match I wanted to make sure that we won it. And you might ask yourself, well, Victor, why did you care so much that we won that one? Well, it's because we went the entire season without losing a single match. It's actually, I don't think I've ever done this in Football Manager before, and it was insane. I mean, we were just fantastic. Um, 70 the goal difference is at 70, 98 points. I mean, we could not have asked for a better first season here in the second Bundesliga. And hopefully, if we are as good as I think we are, then we should be fine in the first Bundesliga. The big problem we had was in the DFB Pokal, which was won apparently by Bayern Munich, and Heidenheim somehow got to the final. I had not seen that. We were supposed to get to the third round. Unfortunately, already in the first round, we went out to Chemnitzer FC on extra time. Do not ask me how we lost this match. The vice captain is Tobias Miller, by the way. But do not ask me how we lost this match. It was just. They've played only 2 matches this entire season, and one of them was a win against us. They're in the third division. It was awful. And the board were super unhappy with me, of course, as you would understand. But, you know, at least we went unbeatable and we won the league, so hey, there's that. Now, next thing I want to show is actually transfers. So I'm going to go to transfer history here. These are the transfers that were made this season. Some of these transfers were made in real life, so I had no effect on them. For example, David Kinsombi and Xavier Amaechi, who's actually really good. I didn't do anything. Or Everton, Team Leibold, I didn't touch these guys. They were just there. But I did bring in Pedro Chirivella. Now he's been a little bit bad in training recently, but he's a really, really good player. I know him from playing with Liverpool, and he's a really, really decent player. We paid 2.1 million. He's got a good average rating. I'm hoping that he can take over for Adrian Fein now that he goes back to Bayern Munich after his loan is over. I mean, Fein is definitely a better player if we look at him, but I'm hoping that Chirivella, he's only 23 years old. Maybe he can improve a little bit. And if he becomes, just half the player Fine is, then we've got a really good player here. I also brought in, let me see here. Well, I got a few frees. I don't know how they're gonna be. I brought in Ryan Brewster on loan from Liverpool as well to be kind of like a backup striker. And actually, he was so good. In 13 matches, he scored 9 goals, 1 assist, 3 player of the matches. I mean, he came in 19 years old and made a difference immediately. Um, I would love to try to buy him, considering that Liverpool, I mean, Liverpool has, they have a fantastic front three. So he's never going to get a chance there anyway. Hopefully, now that he's played here, I mean, it is quite funny. Everyone who we've loaned, they love playing for Hamburg now. I mean, look at this guy. He's got a favorite club, Hamburg, which is really nice for Rian Brewster, as well as where is Mr. Fine? Fine as well. He his favorite club is Hamburg as a player. He's a Bayern Munich supporter, but he loves playing for Hamburg, and I am one of his favorite people to work for. So that's really fun. Now, I'm going to quickly just, for the sake of you maybe being interested in it, I'm going to go to leagues in focus, and you'll see here from the other leagues we had Barcelona win in Spain. Real Madrid and Atleti coming after them. Nothing really surprising. In England, we unfortunately had City winning the league. Liverpool, second place. United, third. I mean, I don't understand how they always get so good here, but whatever. Also, looking at Serie A, I think is really impressive. Napoli actually won the league instead of Juventus, which is very interesting. Not sure how that happened, but we'll have to see, I guess. And then we have League, where, of course, I mean, was there really a question? This guy, you know, how are you not going to win the league with this guy? And finally, I don't know, I've seen how it ended, but yes, the Champions League final, oh, hurts my heart. Extra time, Barcelona beat Liverpool 1-0. I'm hoping we actually have Rob Firmino as top goal scorer for the competition. That's interesting. Um, Moving forward, we can see that the finances, I mean, we were at 36 million at one point in the beginning of the season. We're down to 11. We need money, and I think we need to sell some players. We've been losing money throughout this entire season, and we'll get some money from playing in the Bundesliga, but I don't unfortunately think it'll be enough. Hopefully, we can move on. I mean, we've got some. If we look at the value of our players here, Fine and Brewster, yeah, they're the most expensive. I mean, I would love to sell Zombie because I still don't get him as a player. Yes, he scored many goals and stuff, but I am sure we can get a better replacement afterwards. Hopefully sell him for around 10 million or something. He's worth 6.75, but we'll see. Anyway, with that, I'd like to end this update video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And please tell me if there's anything else or more you want to know that I might show you next video. Otherwise, I expect to be back after our next preseason to see how it's been, give an update on the transfers, and I'll give my expectations for what I think we can achieve that season. Thank you very much, and goodbye.